Alrighty, a little something different. Just wanted to shoot a quick video. I got this in yesterday, and it's the Pecron 3600 solar powered. They call these generators, but it's just a massive power bank, battery power bank, and it's pretty neat. Last night, I'm kind of testing it right now, but last night I ran my refrigerator and my ice maker off it all night, and it did really well. Right now the ice maker's not plugged in. It seems to want to run a lot, and I got the ice from it. It had a full bin of ice this morning, and I popped that into the freezer of the refrigerator, and right now the refrigerator is running on it. As you can see there, I got power. I had it unplugged this morning to run my coffee machine and smoothie maker, so now it's trying to cool back down, so it's running a little bit. But really neat setup. Comes with all kinds of cables and stuff in this box that it comes with. Anyways, you don't have to trust me, it's all in there. It came with a 30 amp plug, various other plugs, a 15 amp plug, so you can charge this thing simply by plugging it in. Right now this wire is connected to a solar panel that is running right outside. It's early morning, I'm actually getting ready to go to work, and of course there's my coffee machine and smoothie maker. I had unplugged all this and moved it over so I can have my breakfast. But just trying to see how long this will power my refrigerator, because really that's what it's all about. And just taking some notes along the way. I started it again at 8 p.m. last night, 100% battery charge. Just some side notes on just how much wattage is being used. Like when the refrigerator and the ice maker were both running together, it was burning out 180 watts. Of course, that's not continuous. When both items went into idle mode, it was no longer consuming power. And like right now, the refrigerator is pulling 117 watts. My solar panel is a 300 watt solar panel. So today it's forecasted to be sunny, so I figured leave the ice maker unplugged, keep the refrigerator going, but get that solar panel to extend this battery life and hopefully deliver some charge back to the unit. Right now I'm at 52%, running the ice maker and the refrigerator overnight. It didn't drain it really bad. It actually did pretty good, but the ice maker is not as efficient as I thought. It runs quite a bit to maintain that frozen temperature. The smoothie machine, coffee maker, you know, they're running. The coffee maker is pulling almost 700 watts, but that's just for a few minutes. The smoothie machine runs at about 400 plus watts per cycle, so I do 2 cycles to get the consistency I want. So we'll see how this goes. This is all very new to me. I'm really not doing this video to do any kind of a product review. There's all kinds of reviews on these things. I'm just doing this as your average consumer who up until 3 months ago didn't even know products like this existed. I've always wanted a generator, but I figured they were all gas. But now it looks like they're not. And I actually discovered these things off a website for Patriots. I was actually on their website just looking at like what do you call it, the long-lasting emergency food packets, and you know, just kind of being in a prepper state of mind right now. With everything going on in the world, I won't get into all that, but I think this is all a good idea anyway, just to be prepared for power outages, whether they're minor or long term. But they had one, and that was the first time I'd ever seen one, but man, they're like really expensive. They're all expensive. This setup was expensive, but I went with this company because they had a pre-order sale price, so I won't say how much I paid for it. It was a lot, and you know, I'm living on a budget here, so I basically made my decision based on good reviews. This thing was getting good reviews on YouTube, but also it's 3,600 watts, and it was basically the most bang for the buck. You know, I wanted something that if I'm going to be plunking down a bunch of money, I don't want to, you know, I want it to work, and I want it to work, you know, well, and to power my fridge and possibly a ice maker and be able to have my breakfast in the morning as well. It is heavy. It's very heavy. It's weighing in at about 80 pounds. I got it on this Coleman cooler because it's got wheels on the back of the cooler, so I can move it from here to plug in my coffee machine and smoothie maker. But yeah, I'm taking notes as I go. It's kind of a game just to see how long I can get this thing to last. And yeah, you know, so hopefully when the time comes and I actually need to run this, you know, in a real life power outage situation, I'll have some experience with it and will know how to maximize the power usage based on where I live and my appliances and things like that. I'm gonna walk outside right quick and show you all the solar panel. Again, it's early morning and I'm getting ready to leave for work, but I get a good amount of sunlight in the afternoon. But there's my solar panel, just tucked away back there. I don't think anybody will mess with it, but the front of my house gets pretty intense sunlight. In fact, you can see by the lack of plants right there in the middle, it's because that spot just simply gets cooked with sunlight in the afternoon. It's hard for me to grow anything there. I'm waiting on a solar cable that will be longer so I can actually move this out front here and possibly not be obstructed by the trees and the bushes here. But you know, this is the situation I'm living in, so I got to make do with what I got. I'll keep you guys posted, and when this little test is done, I'll have some notes taken and I'll do just another little video just to tell you how things work out. Right now it's indicating that a solar panel is connected in, but because it's still early morning, I'm not getting any I'm not getting any help from it yet. But we'll see how this all plays out. Neat little unit. I'm already glad I got it, because you know, my refrigerator ran all night without a problem, and I got a bag of ice from the freezer with the ice maker. So I figured if ice becomes a priority, I can like switch things around, leave the refrigerator unplugged for a little bit, you know, if it's in a cool state, and run that ice machine, grab some ice, bag it, put it in the freezer, and you know, switch things up. Like I said, it's kind of a game here, but it's a Pecron 3600. I think they're still running a sale price on their website, but yeah, again, I went with this just because a lot of wattage for the best price. These solar power generators are extremely pricey, so I recommend to anybody, just do your research, do your homework, figure out, you know, your financial situation and just go with one that you think is going to work best for you. Yeah, you know, I might take this camping, make life a little bit easy for me, you know, bring a hot plate, things like that, my coffee machine, you know, basically all my little luxuries from home. That's another reason why I like this too. It's portable, it's quiet. I got it indoors, so it's not like a gas powered one where it's noisy all night. Although during power outages, I always envied the people who had generators as I sat in the dark, you know, wishing I could make a cup of coffee the next morning. But anyways, that's all I got. It's the Pecron 3600 with a 300 watt solar panel. Got a good deal on it, although still very expensive. And yes, I did pay for this with my own money. And yeah, I'm going to let this test run out. I want this thing to run as long as possible. I want this refrigerator to run as long as possible. And you know, just go from there. But the next video I put out for this will kind of be the results and just some things I noticed about it. But not a product review. I'm not going to get into the specs. You can plug all kinds of stuff into it. There are guys that understand the specs more than me. I'm, again, just your average consumer. I just want to know, hey, if I plug my refrigerator in it, will it run it during a power outage? And right now the answer is yes. All right, see y'all again. Have a good one. Bye.